You know, this time of year, things slow down a little bit because no one wants their home torn up, especially their kitchen or bathroom, around Thanksgiving, Christmas holidays, even moving into the winter. Everyone thinks that you can't work because it's gotten cold out. I tell people we don't work according to the calendar. We work according to the actual weather. There's been years in Michigan where after 28 years working in this area, where we have mild Februarys, and we're outside tearing our roof off or siding our windows on a house in February and we're wearing sweatshirts. But there's also been years where we were frozen out in November. This year was a little colder than normal for the last 6 weeks, but we've got bobbing and weaving and ebbing and flowing of the weather, so don't let the weather affect your home improvement remodeling concerns so much. If we have to delay with the weather, we'll wait. And when the weather breaks, we'll go.
This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Terry Burke, Northwest Construction. Welcome to the show.
So glad to be here.
This is our contractor spotlight, friends. I almost said folks. I love it. Terry, how'd you get started in the trade?
You know, it's kind of an interesting story. I just seems like 30 years ago I was offered a job and I took it.
And what was the job doing?
It was just construction management.
Perfect. Loving it.
And I had never done construction management, but doing sales.
There's nothing wrong with that. So how long has Northwest Construction been around?
Well, we started in 2003, so it's been a few years. But I've been in the industry 28 years. 29 years now, so time marches on.
It goes fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like I blinked.
Boom.
And my beard turned gray.
Where is Northwest Construction located?
We've got 2 locations. We run operations out of a facility on Van Born Road in Taylor, down by Telegraph and I-94. And we're building a showroom there, so pretty excited about that. And then we run, billing and management out of Dearborn.
Okay. And what type of work do you guys do?
Well, our motto at Northwest Construction is, it's all about the house. So if it's on the house, we can probably help. The spear point of the operation is primarily roofing. We're a GAF Master Elite contractor, very proud of those certifications. We're a James Hardie Alliance contractor, Anderson Windows. So the big spear point is roofing. Ice dam management, attic insulation. We're ventilation specialists.
Yeah.
But the real big change going back to 2017 is we really developed and tweaked our interior kitchen and bath remodeling. I brought
That's
on
booming. That market's booming.
Adam, I brought on this guy, John Coolidge. He's from the UP. You got to love him.
Yeah.
But
he's a Youper.
He's a Youper, but he's also the kitchen and bath specialist. He has a great attention to detail. The jobs run smooth. The customers love him. It's a win-win for everybody. So kitchen and bath is going to be wonderful. And as we develop the showroom,
yeah, and you're growing.
That's where we're going to build some nice displays.
So let me ask Terry.
Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge in running and growing a business?
Help.
Labor. It seems to be the buzzword of 2018.
But not just bodies, good qualified technicians and people with a driven work ethic. It's a real challenge.
Can you tell me what a work ethic is so people know?
Well, it starts,
it's changed over the last few years.
Have a driver's license.
Right, a pulse.
Show up for work.
Pass a drug test.
We want people to be knowledgeable, and we want people to be concerned and passionate about the work. I want them to actually care. It's not about just getting things done, but getting it done correctly.
We want to
learn and grow.
Yeah. We're talking with Terry Burke, Northwest Construction. He's out of Dearborn, Michigan. He specializes in everything about the house, which is kind of cool. Tell me about your first car.
Oh, gosh. 72 Chevy pickup, 3 on the tree, powder blue, 6-cylinder.
You know what mine was?
No.
1984 Mustang GT 350.
No
Anniversary
way.
edition, yeah.
That's a sweet car.
It wasn't sweet, though, because my dad, I begged him for the 5-liter V8. He got me this, it's called like an SVO engine. It was a 2.3-liter turbo. Of course, I blew it out, but it was fun.
That was actually a pretty good performing vehicle.
It was quick back in the day, but, you know, come on. Hey, what advice would you give someone just starting out in the trade?
Work hard, do the right thing. Go to work every day. Return phone calls.
Communicate.
Communicate.
Let me ask you a question. I say this a lot, and I want because you're a veteran. Is the word communication key to success in renovation?
It truly is, and it's funny. Our office motto, 2018, was the year of communication, because it's a human condition. People get so busy. I'll return that phone call later. It's easy to say, but it's difficult to manage and do.
Right.
But it should be a goal for every successful contractor.
Ursula Armijo, driven work ethic is so important. Glad you mentioned it. See, people are listening, Terry, and that's the truth. Work ethic is important.
Oh, it's critical.
You go fishing?
You know, not much. But John, my kitchen and bath guy, he's a semi-professional fishing guide. So I'm planning a fishing trip with him.
Do you even have time to vacation? As
No,
busy as you are?
Absolutely not. My wife makes me do it.
You get forced.
I go kicking and screaming.
I have anxiety on vacation.
It typically takes me a couple of days to wind down.
Right, and then 3 days before you're ready to leave on your trip, you're thinking about going back to work.
No, it's because you wind back up.
Right?
You got to get back in the game.
I think a vacation needs to be 10 days. 3 days to wind down, 4 days of relaxation, and then 3 days to get anxiety again.
4 days to forget about it.
Oy. It's amazing. What is your prediction for 2019 business-wise?
You know, it's the labor challenge is going to continue. I think that it's going to be a big push for masonry. I think roofing is going to always be a big driven factor. Everything's under the roof. You know, if the roof fails, the house fails. So, but I believe the kitchen and bath remodeling craze that has been going on this year, it's been hectic and busy, is going to continue.
Yeah.
There's so much pent-up demand.
So, do you have any predictions in style of cabinets or kitchen designs that are trending?
You know, quite frankly, I don't. I in the business, I run the heavy stuff. I run the roofing. I'll blow the walls out. I can do the structural things. I'm the builder. And John Coolidge, my interior guy, he's the expert.
Well, you know, it's funny because
he's the guy to ask.
I like your answer, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when I was a contractor, and we did tons of kitchens and baths, people would ask me, what's the most popular? And I say, it's the kitchen that you want.
Yes.
We're going to design a kitchen, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, that you like. And if that's Craftsman, if that's white, if that's cherry, we're going to do it. Because it's only the kitchen. We're doing this kitchen once, and it's for you. So that's the thing. Now, trends are, okay, white cabinets were back. Now gray cabinets are in, right?
Yes.
Here's a new trend, and another prediction. Hire It Done leads the way. Almond color cabinets.
No.
Yeah.
Can I get an almond colored refrigerator to go with it?
Pistachio, maybe.
I love pistachio.
But I'm telling you, that almond color painted cabinet with the Craftsman style door is the popular way. Did
you get that, John? We got to sell one of those.
No, legit. I'm going to tell you right now. You're going to tell me, you know what? I heard that in November of last year.
Oh, I believe it.
Adam Helfman is staking a claim. Prove me wrong.
That's
right?
funny.
So, like you talked about roofing before. Let's go back to that for a second.
I love roofing.
We're getting into the cold weather.
Oh, we're here.
Snow, getting on the roof, heat escapes the house, the snow melts. You know what that's a recipe for. Tell us about it.
Ice dams, and more ice dams. Condensation, mold, wood rot.
Exactly.
It's the death of your roof.
So let me ask you this. Someone got a roof 5 years ago, and the roofer who sold them the roof said, we're going to use 6 feet of ice and water shield to prevent ice damming. Is that really the truth?
Typically, no. Ice damming, ice guard does not stop ice formation. It's a secondary layer of roofing underneath the roofing shingles. Ice damming, mold, condensation, these are a symptom of the greater problem, which is attic ventilation.
Correct.
Which is either augmented or destroyed by lack of insulation. So it's not rocket science, but there's a three-legged stool: intake ventilation, exhaust ventilation, and insulation that manages ice dams.
Now, let me ask you this. You prefer to use GAF shingles. That's a manufacturer.
Yeah, the wonderful warranties, great products.
And you're Master Elite.
Great customer service from the manufacturer. Okay. Yes, we're a GAF Master Elite contractor.
And Hire It Done has roofers that are Owens Corning Platinum, GAF Master Elite, CertainTeed Select, Malarkey Premium, things like that.
And those are all great brands.
Right. Now, there's a new trend in roofing, I hear, called SBS.
Yes.
Impact resistant.
Yes.
And your thoughts on that?
I think it's a wonderful product. It's a little bit more expensive. Some limited colors and styles available. But in Michigan, impact resistance can make a difference in a hailstorm, and we get a few of those.
Yeah. Well, I heard that one of the reasons they make impact resistance is to the granules, to keep them on the shingle. Because when you lose granules,
greater granule retention, definitely. It's a little more softer, flexible product. It's a great option when you're looking at a roofing system. It's always good to get options, different choices that are, maybe to look at your price point, or more importantly, how long do you plan on staying in the house?
If someone called you over the winter, like in the next couple of weeks, and they needed work done, how backed up are you?
Right now, it's not horrible because things slow down traditionally with the holidays. Roofing, I'm probably out 4 weeks. Kitchen and bath work, we're out probably 6.
Okay, so you're right there.
No, not horrible.
But if someone wants a kitchen in the spring, they better call you now.
Should get on the list because it's also weather contingent. We don't work according to the calendar. We work according to the actual weather. You walk outside and see what the weather's doing. But you could lose 2 or 3 days in a week. Easily.
Terry, Northwest Construction, the website, NWCONST, NWConst.com.
NWCONST.com.
Yeah. I'm glad you have
www.
Terry, we're going to have a good year next year, both of us.
We are. It's a good year already.
I'm glad you came.
Pleasure. Glad
Thanks for coming in. That's it, folks. Another 2 hours has flown by. Time to end the show, but don't end the conversation. We want to hear from you. Send us a tweet. Our Twitter handle is @myhireitdone. Subscribe to our newsletter. Go to hireitdone.com. Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud. We're everywhere, folks. I'm Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network.